I'm setting the camera on the back porch and I'll be right back. We are having so much fun. Mr. Lee, Roger Blair, good morning, everybody. Moggs, I am so glad you have gone fishing. That's really good news. Okay. You are. And I hope everybody's having a great start to your Monday morning. Okay, I'll turn that off. And there we are. We're cooking. Mr. Lee, I hope you're having a great day. Magic Cat, good morning. And welcome. The Nature Channel is up and going for people who just want to hear the birds sing. And we've got bird song and chat here on the Music Channel. And we've already got birds flying in front of the camera. Can it get any better? We're looking at Treezilla's forehead and snout. Mr. Lee, I checked out the Pogues. I think that's how the name is pronounced. And I could see why you would like them. If I remember right, that's what Moggs is up to. Yeah, don't worry, Mr. Lee. It's almost a UK meme to have different teeth, shall we say? Not perfect. Yeah, not perfect. Mr. Lee, I didn't know it was because of the how expensive it was. I think I was in seventh grade, and there was a guy in school that got braces, and up until that, it was only females that got braces. Guys didn't worry about how straight their teeth were. And it got more and more common to see that over the years. Well, we have cooled down a little bit, thank goodness. I think we're going to be around 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit this week. That's like between 10 degrees and 21 degrees for you. 10 and 21 C. And speaking of dentistry, I'll be driving somebody to the oral surgeon in the morning, so I won't be going live tomorrow. Yeah, 21 is perfect. You can do about anything at 21C. It's not too hot to go hiking. It's not too cold. You can still go and swim. Wow. Mine are messed up from the prescription drugs they were giving me as a kid. So it is what it is. Teacher Chrissy, good evening. I hope you're enjoying a delicious dinner tonight. It's a good song to be playing in your head. I've been enjoying that song for 55 plus years. I like thinking about stuff like that when I was a kid, watching Star Trek, all that good stuff. I wish Teacher Chrissy had come up on my 3-year anniversary show and show everybody that big bright smile she has. Oh my goodness, Mr. Lee. If somebody had an email address, we could have gotten backstage and shared the event a little bit. Not your whole day, but a little bit. Pass music ideas back and forth. I'm thinking about having a movie get together backstage and watch a movie. Sharon. Sharon is over at Nature. And you know what, Mr. Lee? I bet after you played music for an afternoon that you guys just felt good. I need to do a little more playing music. uh, I'll be sure to put my sign. Well, I've got it on my backdrop here. You can take a screenshot and blow it up. The sign says, "My neighbors are listening to great music, whether they like it or not." There's a there's a radio station in Southern Virginia that I listen to quite a bit. Uh, in the 90s, their tagline was "Crank up the volume, rip off the knobs, and tick off your neighbors." Well, if you were getting into that kind of mood, I'm just I wouldn't want to be a third wheel. So just forget me inviting myself to join in on the fun. That's great, Mr. Lee. Nothing wrong with keeping that romance flame alive and well. Excuse me. Sharon, what's going on, Miss Sharon? I just now checked how the feed was going out, and it looks like it's doing pretty good on a phone. Absolutely, Mr. Lee. Oh my goodness, Sharon. We're definitely the dentist is the topic of the day. What was it? Two weeks ago, I had two pulled. She might be. You know how talented Sharon is. Yeah. Uh, the Sharon says she's not listening in. It's just a coincidence. Yeah, Mr. Lee, the individual is not crazy. He is misguided. Mr. Lee, I think it's just the fact that the regulars that come to the morning show, we're all in sync uh, in our thought processes. I don't know if you were in chat, Sharon, when I was telling Mr. Lee there won't be a live tomorrow because I'm driving somebody to the oral surgeon. So at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll be on the road. I understand, Sharon. Yeah, even though we're just here for entertainment purposes only, sharing information about different ideas to try out just, may want to give some things a chance. Your mileage may vary. And that reminds me, Sharon, I should have sent you a link because I do have your email address. John P., good morning. I'm getting some information to send to Sharon real quick. So, John P., I hope you're having a great day. Teacher Chrissy, thank you for hanging out, teacher. Sharon, I sent you that link. That's true, Mr. Lee. I think everyone should experiment with different foods and keep a food diary, what you eat and how you feel a day or two after eating something. It was a guy who wrote a book. It was popular in the 90s. Eat for Your Blood Type. Just a short program for you to watch to see if the information, if you think it might be helpful to you. like I said, look at it and see if you think it might be helpful to you. Mr. Lee, I wasn't going to say anything. I've bugged you more than enough about getting your email. Yeah, it's better to have information and not need it than need information and not have it. So I think with us living the modern lifestyle, people are indoors more than what the human body should be. Uh, I think there's great benefits to walking through the woods in the sunshine. It helps me tremendously. Yeah, I hope it's turning out to be a great Monday. If Moggs and Stevie B can catch some ocean fish, that would be fantastic. They'll have stories to tell tomorrow night. I used to do that on my motorcycle, Sharon. I would go riding up into the mountains, and once I got to a certain point, I'd fill up the tank of gas, and I would just take random turns to go down roads I had never been on before. You guys will appreciate this. One day, I was riding, and I went down this road, and it turned into a dirt road and ended shortly thereafter. So I just did a U-turn and was going back out, and there was this family sitting on the front porch of this old two-story house, and I waved at them. Roger Blair, sounds like good weather there. So anyway, I waved at them, and there you go, Mr. Lee. That's true. I'm addicted to television anyway, Mr. Lee. That's another story. So, as I'm riding by the house the second time, I'm waving at them, and I go on my merry way. Well, hang on just a second. 50 is about 10, Mr. Lee. Uh, so I go on my way, don't think anything of it. About 8 years later, uh, my brother gets married, and the girl playing the piano is, in my opinion, attractive. So I ask her out to dinner. And she gives me directions to pick her up. I go, I pick her up, and of course, I'm meeting the family and everything. Uh, and I ask them, I say, "You guys remember sitting on the front porch some time ago, and this little guy comes by on a big motorcycle and waves at you?" They go, "Oh yeah, we do. We always wondered who that was because we didn't know him from Adam." I said, "That was me." So you just never know when you take that random road who you're going to run into. And there have been other just even more astronomically, statistically, should have never taken place, but it did. Oh yeah, they lived about an hour and a half from where I was living. Uh, at the time I met them, though, I was living probably a little more than an hour and a half away. Oh, she went away to college, and I met somebody else, and the rest is kind of history. John P, are you letting the kids have any candy, or are you snatching it all? Uh, Mr. Lee, I've got quite a few of those stories as far as coincidences, but I don't know. She was a music teacher. I mean, I really like that aspect of the situation because you know how much I like music. John P, you're going to be 42. That's right. Is today John's birthday? I think today is John P's birthday. He's not saying it's going to be 42 degrees. He's 42 years old. Am I right, John? I'm thinking it's today. Mr. Lee, what do you think the odds are that before you get to the 12th grade, you date somebody that has your birthday? If I was 5 years older, I'd be old enough to be John P.'s grandpa. So, Mr. Lee, like I was saying, what do you think the odds are that before you graduate high school, you would date somebody with your birthday? John P., you're welcome. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I've already finished my pot of coffee. Wow. Statistically, if you're in a room with 100 people, two of those people will have the same birthday. It's almost 100% chance. But by the time I was in the 10th grade, two that I had dated had the same birthday. Yeah, they were 2 years younger than me, but that's okay. Same month and day. Woo! There goes the wind chimes. We barely hear them. There goes the neighbor driving by too. Oh, absolutely, Mr. Lee. That's great. I know, Mr. Lee. Wow, that's pretty good, Roger. Nephew turning 13. Oh my goodness. Does the nephew ever get outside and do things, or is he one of those playing video games all the time? So your cousin is a child of the 60s, late 60s, but still 60s. When he was born, Beatles were in their heyday. I think the Monkees were still on TV. Woodstock was about to happen. We were only a year away from the moon landing. Oh, Roger, that's great. Well rounded. I like the puppy picture. Gotcha, Mr. Lee. I'm a small content creator too, so there you go. Well, that's just 2 days away, Roger. I don't know, Mr. Lee. Uh, the music channel, uh, the first 50 was with the help of Moggs and WTF Mike. They got me to 50 in like 3 or 4 days. And after that, it grew quite a bit slower. I think it's up to about 140 something. Uh, the Nature Channel's 3 years old, and it's at 1750 something. And I'm fully aware that the Nature Channel is not for everybody. It's like a lot of people who are interested in music. They follow people who have a staff and they research and uh, actually know way more than me. But I enjoy having a conversation with people and we all learn from each other because I don't claim to know everything. You know, Tina and Stevie B know more about rap than most anybody else coming into the channel. Moggs knows a lot about country and pop music because he was a karaoke operator for a while. I thought it was good. It flew by. I mean, it flew by. And I want it to be like, we're all sitting around the kitchen table sipping on coffee and just having a conversation. And I'm working on ways to incorporate playing some music, but I've got to make sure I got my I's dotted and T's crossed because one show got taken down. I mean, YouTube just blocked the whole show. And you guys made this show as much as anybody. I mean, I just threw a general topic out there. And then everybody ran with it, which is pretty cool. I don't want to jinx it, but this morning at about 5:30, my internet took a pause. So if anything happens, that's what's going on. Uh, Maybe down the road, Mr. Lee, but right now, probably just Saturday. You're the first person to mention wanting more than one day a week. uh, you know, 3 years ago, I discovered that I had a YouTube channel because I didn't know I had it. And friends and family was asking about my hiking travels and such. So I just started posting on YouTube for those 10 people, if that many, to watch. And here we are 3 years later. I got two channels and just so many people. And it blows my mind. The fact that there's 140 on this channel blows my mind. And the nature channel is just something else. Well, we'll see, Mr. Lee. I want to get in this week. The weather is going to be really good for the road trip down toward Wilmington. Uh, I'm really hoping I can get to that Wednesday morning. Seems like something always comes up. Uh, but like you say, Mr. Lee, things happen for a reason. I'm going to go down to where that cryptid was sighted. And Mr. Lee, you said you heard the police call recording. I don't expect to see anything, but I want to at least see the area. Well, please thank her, Mr. Lee, and I thank you. I appreciate that. I know it's you showing up in chat and Sharon showing up in chat on Saturday night. I know it's, you know, uh, 1 o'clock in the morning for y'all when the show starts. So I appreciate you guys. But I'm trying to make things interesting for people so that they can enjoy whatever's going on. That's why the Nature Channel is streaming without me talking over the birds. And then the people who want to hear the birds and have a conversation, here we are. Oh, thank you, Sharon. And every once in a while, like I said, we all learn from each other. Uh, we learn about different dishes to eat. We learn about all kinds of stuff. We learn about music. We learn about foods. I learn a lot about uh, fishing because I'm not a fishing person, and going out in the woods by myself all the time, I want to know about bears and critters, and if Bigfoot was to show up, you know, there's birds walking across the gutter. That's that sound you hear. It's like that song by the band Bullet. It it never made it to top 40 radio, at least not around here. I never heard that song on the radio. I heard it one weekend at the campground being played on the jukebox. And then I didn't hear it again until 2010 or something like that. Yeah, I like Nick Pope. Uh, I like I like the way he handled the topic. He didn't how to put it. He didn't veer too far into what he didn't know for sure. Nick was a good guy, and to hold that position, he was at MI5, right, Mr. Lee? I think Nick was at MI5, and you don't get in that position without being sharp. And Mr. Lee, that's a good question. Sharon, does your husband also enjoy similar subjects to what we cover? Not even the music? Sharon, I bet your husband likes Boney M and his song Rasputin. that was big in Europe, not here. I know, Mr. Lee. It's a balancing act. I try to keep in mind that we know those people. They've been in our homes on television so much that we have that connection, that friendly connection, but they don't know us from Adam. Yeah, I try to. Yeah, Sharon, that's what I figured. Ask him if he likes Boney M and his song Rasputin. That was huge in Europe and the disco era. Me too, Sharon. I'm extremely set in my ways. I am dead set on hanging around honest people, uh, and I am very serious about having a good time. And I'm very serious about keeping my mind open to learn new things. So I'm very much set in my ways like that. I know, Roger. Disco, when it was at its peak in the late 70s, me and most of my friends made fun of it, but it kind of grew. Uh, oh, KC and the Sunshine Band, we laughed at that. We laughed at the people who liked it. We just, that's the most stupid music, but if people like it, uh, that's, you know, that's their business. And I try to, I learned that I should be tolerant of their music that they like. I just don't have to listen to it myself. Oh no, Sharon, furniture has to be a certain way, even food. Okay, that's a new word on me, dual alley. Doolally. Dual alley. I take it that means crazy, drives you crazy, which is She Drives Me Crazy was a great song by Fine Young Cannibals. That could be true of me too. Who knows? Mr. Lee, speaking of driving, we were talking about, no, I haven't, Mr. Lee. Please, please give a definition. We were talking about motorcycles and this, that, and the other. Did you ever see a 1980? Yeah, it was a 1980 Honda PB 900 Custom. It was I that was the bike I had back then, and it was blue. But when the sunlight hit it just right, it almost turned purple. Oh, I need to rinse my coffee cup out. I'll be right back. You guys make sure the birds don't fly away. Mr. Lee, I tell you, I like those little car shows getting together and everything. There's supposed to be one coming up here on a Saturday. Mr. Lee, did you ever watch the TV show The Green Hornet? And by the way, those different. Oh, Roger, take care, buddy. I was rinsing the coffee cup out when he took off. Uh, all of us being a little different, that makes life interesting. Uh, I like dropping in on the car shows and uh, motorcycle shows. At the end of July, in a little town in South Carolina, they have a vintage bike show. I hope to be able to go to it and do a video. And if I catch one of the local car shows, I'll probably do a video there. Yeah, the TV shows with the Green Hornet had Bruce Lee starring as Kato. And do you remember the car from that TV series, the Black Beauty? That was what they named the car, Black Beauty. Well, there's a guy in South Carolina that owns one of those cars from the TV show, and the woman I was dating when I lived down there, she found out that the car was in the area, and we went to the guy's house, and he showed us the car inside and out, how they did all the tricks and whatnot. And then, just out of the blue, he said, "You want to go for a ride?" So I got to go for a ride in that car. And I sit in the driver's seat, which means I sat where Bruce Lee once sat. Ain't that crazy? different, different Cato. I know that Cato too, and I think that Peter Sellers is so funny. If it is very difficult to get through parts of the movie unless you understand how difficult it is to act like the character that he's portraying. But there is a movie called Being There with Peter Sellers, and it is hilarious. And sadly, it rings true in a lot of today's politics. But the movie is Being There. Just a heads up, the first 10 minutes of the movie is painstakingly slow, but if you can survive the first 10 minutes, it starts getting hilariously funny. They just use the first 10 minutes to set up the character so that you understand all the comedy. It's something else. I don't worry, Mr. Lee. If I don't understand, I'll get that. But also, part of that movie was filmed here in North Carolina. It was filmed at the Biltmore House. So that's another reason to check out the movie. When they get to the big mansion where it takes them 5 minutes to drive up the driveway, that's the Biltmore House. I'll have to give you a list of motorcycles I've owned. Yeah, I classify Monty Python as a dry sense of humor at times, but to this day, when I hear Killer Rabbit, it just cracks me up. I mean, that is so out there. That is funny. I don't care who you are. Killer Rabbit. And the Black Knight gets his arms cut off. It's just a flesh wound. And there's parts of it aren't all that funny. Um, I can't say I love Monty Python, but I like Monty Python. And we used to have Faulty Towers here on PBS. So I was a big fan of Faulty Towers. It was hilarious to me. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to type this, Mister. Those were my first two motorcycles that I ever owned. I think the JT1 was like 1970 or 71, and the DT 175 would have been a 74 or 75. The JT1 was red and white, and the DT was deep blue. It was the best color combination motorcycle I ever owned, the 175. It was deep blue, silver, or gray. Some people would call it gray, and black. I understand. Well, I mean, just if you're interested, just throwing that out. I know you like motorcycles, and apparently you like Yamahas. My first two bikes were Yamahas, and if I rode anything on the trails, it was going to be a Yamaha because when we went riding in the river, I was the only person that rode my motorcycle home. The uh, Suzuki, we worked on it. Hey, Sandra. Good morning, Sandra. The I was the only one that rode my motorcycle home. The Suzuki, we finally got it cranked and they puttered home. But the other bikes, they were dead. They got pushed home. So that's why I was a big fan of Yamaha for riding in the dirt and water and rivers. But then when I got on the streets, um, most of the bikes were Hondas. I had a 450, the 900, uh, a V65. I had one of the Rebels so I could teach people how to ride. And I had the 1300. I'm not a fan of riding those kinds of bikes, though. I don't like riding folded over. I know, Mr. Lee. I ran out of gas one time and I had to push that 175 about 3 miles. I ran out of gas. I had a Magna V65 and I ran out of gas. I didn't push it anywhere because traffic was just too bad. And luckily, I had a cell phone and I called a buddy at work. He come pick me up. Well, they need to be respected because they are dangerous. but as everybody should already know, I'm a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I think Mr. Lee is the daredevil on the motorcycles, though. I think he's been on tracks or roads where he was probably doing 40 or 50 miles an hour faster than anything I did. Yeah, I was lucky. Um, the only wrecks I had was on the trail bikes, and it was when I was doing stupid stuff. I had not learned to adjust the front brake so it wouldn't lock up, and I was in dirt and hit the front brake too hard, and I went down. And then I was really being stupid, and I was playing Evil Knievel, uh, riding on the back tire through the gears on that 175. And when I was going for fifth gear, uh, I knew fifth gear was going to be weak. So I gave it a little extra gas and gave it too much gas. And the bike was coming back on me. And, you know, bikes back then had that crossbar to brace the handles. I saw that thing coming for my throat, and I just shoved the bike forward and I went off the back. And I bounced on my hands and knees on the pavement. And I was going fast enough that I did not bleed. The skin got ripped off and singed at the same time. Ruined a really good pair of jeans. I still got scars on my knees from that, and that was when I was 16. Yeah, Mr. Lee, the fastest I've ever been on a motorcycle is probably like 130 miles an hour. I had to do the math here. 130 miles an hour is 209 kilometers an hour. Oh, I was coming up interstate. I was living in South Carolina at the time. I was coming up interstate and somebody hauling tires. Something happened to the container or whatever, and there were pieces of truck tires all over the road. And I was able to zigzag through it. And I threw it, and there was this guy in a pickup truck pulled up beside of me and honked his horn. I looked over at him, and he was clapping for me. I made it. I made it through the debris without wrecking. Uh, but when the guy was coming through the parking lot of the department store and T-boned me in my car, uh, and often I would go there to on the motorcycle. Had I been on the motorcycle, I would not be here now. So, not long after that, I took the tags off of the bike and have not ridden on the highway since. Sharon, you take care and thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you feel better and uh, hopefully what I sent you will uh, be of some sort of help. We don't know until we try. Yeah, Mr. Lee, the Magna V65 was an 1100 four cylinder. That's true, Mr. Lee. And you know, anybody who rides a bike, they have to admit it's not a matter. It's not a question of if you'll have a wreck. It's a question of when. And you ride long enough. I mean, so many of my friends walk with a crutch or a cane or something. Um, but that Magna V65, I am serious as can be. It was an '83, and as fast as I could turn the throttle, it would go from 0 to 60 almost that fast. The ads that Honda ran for that motorcycle was from 0 to 60 faster than you can read this sentence, and they were not kidding. And that was an '83 bike. Uh, Bikes now are crazy. I mean, you can buy Suzuki's and Kawasaki's that have almost 200 horsepower. I know, Mr. Lee. You keep your head on a swivel, and it heightens your senses because you know you have to. And I understand totally, and that's what makes it fun. John, welcome. Oh, thank you. Archie's a good young man. He works so hard. John, are you in the Philippines? Yeah. Tell us what part of the world you're from, because we're from everywhere around here. All right, Mr. Lee, you take care, and we'll see you Tuesday night if you make it to Mog's channel. Remember, I won't be live tomorrow because I'll be on the road taking care of people. You have fun, and we will catch up with you soon. All right, you guys, I'm going to head for the back porch and stop the stream over at Jim's Camera at Dawn. And then I'll come back in here and end this feed. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you. And I hope that you guys have a great day. And as always, I hope only kind words come your way.